Hello everyone, Patrice is Juana again here. Today's topic is comma splice, or run-on sentences. In Indonesian, we call this kalimat bablas. Yeah. Bablas is because there is no period, but instead you have comma, and that makes your essay, makes your sentences very difficult to follow. And that is a very typical mistake, a very common mistake among Indonesian learners of English as a foreign language. Well, even when they are writing in Indonesians, they also make the same mistakes. They separate the sentences not with periods, but with comma. And that makes their ideas very hard to understand, very hard to follow. So do not make the same mistake. How? I will tell you how with my topic today. Let's dive into my PowerPoint slides. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here comes our topic, comma splice or run-on sentences, or in Indonesian we say kalimat bablas. Why bablas? Because it's as if you're driving a car with no brakes. And so if there is no brake, then you cannot stop. And you'll run over everything on the street, and that's bad. Yeah. And as I said before, this is a very common mistake in Indonesian students learning English. So I want you to really pay attention to this in order not to make the same mistakes over and over again. So the definition of comma splice or run-on sentences are two sentences which are separated by a comma instead of a period or semicolon. Period is titik and semicolon is titik comma. Yeah, so this is the definition of comma splice or run-on sentences. And this is to be avoided. You should not do this. Yeah. So for example, we have Bali is a beautiful island. It has many amazing beaches. This is wrong because of the comma here. It should not be, or it must not be a comma. It must be a period like this. So the next one is a correct sentence. Bali is a beautiful island. It has many amazing beaches. This is the correct one. Again, now the two sentences are separated with a period. Titik, not comma. Okay, this is wrong. This is run-on sentences or comma splice. And this is the correct version of the sentence. Yeah. Again, despite the heavy rain, we ran away. The ghastly figure was chasing us like a beast from hell. Again, this is not a good sentence because of the commas here. Yeah. It must be, despite the heavy rain, we ran away, period. The ghastly figure was chasing us like a beast from hell. Now, this is correct. Now, instead of a comma, you put a period here. You separate your sentences with a period. Okay, so that's the correct one. Yeah. So now please correct these run-on sentences. You have Bali is a beautiful island. We visited this pretty little island in 2018. The officer shot him twice on the chest. He dropped to the floor, but still managed to fire a round to the officer. COVID-19 is no longer a horrible little bastard. We have developed our immunity system that makes us stronger than ever. Happiness comes from within our soul. Suffering comes from too much expectation. Now, these are all wrong. These are all comma splice or run-on sentences. So now you can pause the video a little while so that you can rewrite the sentences with the correct sentences. Okay. Now let's discuss the correct versions. Number 3, for example, COVID-19 is no longer a horrible little bastard. We have developed our immunity system that makes us stronger than ever. Now this is the correct version. COVID-19 is no longer a horrible little bastard, or bastard if it is American. Yeah. Period. We have developed our immunity system that makes us stronger than ever. Okay, so you put a period instead of a comma. Or you can say something like this. COVID-19 is no longer a horrible little bastard because we have developed our immunity system that makes us stronger than ever. Now you have the conjunction here, subordinator, because, and that is also right. Yeah. Number 4, happiness comes from within our soul, suffering comes from too much expectation. Again, this is wrong because of the comma splice here. Now let me correct it. Happiness comes from within our soul, period. Suffering comes from too much expectation. Now you have a period here. Okay. Or you can say happiness comes from within our soul, while suffering comes from too much expectation. Now you put the subordinator here. And the whole sentence seems fine, seems correct. It's nice to read. It's also easier to comprehend. Yeah. So that's the correct version. Okay, for number 1 up to number 2, you have the correct version here for the previous exercises. Bali is a beautiful island, period. We visited this pretty little island in 2018. So you have a period here. Or you can say Bali is a beautiful island, which we visited in 2018. You have a relative clause here, which we visited. Yang kami kunjungi, which we visited. Yeah. Number 2, the officer shot him twice on the chest, he dropped to the floor, etc. This is the correct version. The officer shot him twice on the chest. He dropped to the floor but still managed, and etc. Or, after the officer shot him twice on the chest, he dropped to the floor but still managed to fire a round to the officer. Okay? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's my topic for today. I hope that everything is clear for you. So you can practice writing sentences and please avoid comma splice or run-on sentences. Stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye for now.